Hey guys, it's me Raj again. Welcome to a brand new episode of How to Tech with TMQ. If you haven't subscribed to TMQ channel, what I want you to do now is to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icons so that you don't miss any of my tech videos. Well, I believe most of you are still staying at home, right? Because due to the COVID-19 outbreak and it's a worldwide, they have initiated the lockdown and most of you are still in quarantine period, so you can't go out anywhere. So just to keep you guys entertained, what I believe is maybe I could do a very short video on to teach you guys on how to convert a .mov file format into a .mp4 file format using a Mac. The reason I choose this tutorial is because if you see in Windows, it's a pretty much simple way to do it. You can just download some free softwares and you can do it easily. But then over in the Mac, that's not the case. Well, you gotta buy the software because whatever comes in a Mac, you gotta pay for it. So if you are using a Mac and you still don't know how to convert a MOV file into a .mp4 file format, well, I believe this video will really help you guys because I'm going to show you the methods to convert these file formats for free without paying a single cent. So are you guys ready to learn with me? Let's check it out. Well guys, before we move into the tutorial video, what I would like to give you just some sharing info regarding .mov and .mp4. So I believe many of you might not know what does the MOV stands for and also what does the MP4 stands for and who develops this. All this information you might not know about this. So this is a very short lesson for you guys. Well, first of all, what is MOV? MOV is a file name extension for the QuickTime Multimedia file format. It enables a combination of different types of multimedia data, for example, video, audio, and text. Well, for MOV was mainly developed by Apple. What is MP4? MP4 is a container format used to store video, audio, and subtitle data. Since stores like iTunes uses this container format and it is used with iPod and PlayStations, it becomes one of the most popular format. Who developed this MP4 format was developed by Moving Pictures Expert Group. So that's the MP4 stands for, MP Moving Pictures. Well, just like you guys in the beginning, I also had the issue where I wasn't able to convert my videos, especially like now I'm editing this video, right? So all these videos I'm using Final Cut Pro in order to do the editing and also to render it. All is being done using Final Cut Pro. But then in Final Cut Pro, it only supports .mov file format. So from MOV file format, I need to upload to YouTube. But then over in YouTube, there's some restrictions where formats such as the most famous format, as I said, .mp4 file formats, because it takes faster time to upload. When you use MOV file, I've tried last time. I tried like few times, like 3 to 4 times. The file, I wasn't able to upload my files into YouTube. So that's the time when I read the YouTube guideline page. So when I saw the guideline, I found out that YouTube, the main requirement is you got to upload .mp4 file format in order to upload your videos to YouTube. So that's when I was struggling to find how to convert file formats to my current MOV to MP4, and then finally I found a method which I would like to share with you guys. For this tutorial, I'm going to use my MacBook Pro to show you guys how to convert a MOV file format into a .mp4 file format. Well, converting a file is pretty much simple. I believe many of you already know. You can use some there's a lot of online tutorials you can use to convert your files. So like for example, the most famous, which last time I used to convert all my files, I use this website called Zamzar. So Zamzar is a very simple. You don't have to register any account. You can just add your files by clicking here, and you can choose which format you like to convert, and you just click now, convert now, and once the conversion is done, you'll receive an email so that you can download. But in Zamzar, there's one issue where, assuming now your file size is more than 200 MB probably, so 200 MB, you can't convert your files online. You got to use a software. So for example, in Zamzar, when I was checking the Zamzar FAQ page, I found out that the maximum file size they allow to upload is 150 MB. So which means 150 MB data split between up to 5 different files. But then if you sign up for an account with Zamzar, though, you can upload files up to 2 GB in size. However, when you sign up, you have to pay for the for the account, so that you can upload up to 2 GB in size. So I don't prefer to use this, and that's when I was searching online. Then I saw a lot of softwares you can use to convert files. So such as there's one software, it's a pretty much famous software. If I believe many of you guys have heard this software, Wondershare. So they have this called Unique Converter, where they say the best video converter ultimate. You can use this to convert any formats into mp4 to MOV or AVI. So they support everything, but you have to pay also. You can try for free, but then there's some limitations. So I didn't want to use this software also, so I did more research, all these things, and then finally I found a simple method. It's a totally free, which they call it as a Handbrake. Well, Handbrake is from the domain itself, I can see it's a France company. So it's based on France. So these developers is basically Handbrake is open source video transcoder. So what is transcoder? Transcoder is something you use it to convert to another thing. So basically we use a video transcoder to convert our files, our current file format, into our desired file format. So example, for our case, we want to convert a .mov file format into a .mp4 file format. So for that purpose, we are going to use this Handbrake. So Handbrake is a tool for converting video from nearly any format to a selection modern widely supported codecs. So the main reason they said you love Handbrake is because converting video from nearly any format, first thing, and second thing, the most important thing, it's free and it's open source. So there's no any payment required to use this. So for now, you can just click on this button here, this red color button, to download Handbrake, and you can just download it and you can just install it. But then in my case, I've already installed Handbrake in my MacBook, so I just show you how to do it. So first of all, let's swipe right, and okay, I have Handbrake here. Once you install, you have an icon here. It's a pineapple and some kind of wine glass kind of icon. So you just click here. So once you click, you can see the interface for Handbrake. So in the beginning, when you see this, you might be a bit confused because there's a lot of kind of buttons, and you probably might not know what is the settings to use. The reason I use Handbrake is because it's very simple for me. So first of all, very simple, just a few steps. You just have to click on this open source button here. Okay, so once you click on the open source button here, you can see you have a desktop. Okay, now example, I already downloaded a sample video file to show you guys. It's called file example. It's a MOV file format. It's an example file which I downloaded just now. So I'm just going to click this. Okay, so once I click, I just have to open it. Okay, so now it's already added the source file, and you can see the format. So the format is using is a 1920, the resolution 1920 by 1080, and it's a 30 frames per second video. Okay, so now you have to choose the preset, because you want to choose where you want to upload this video. So for example, now I've already rendered my videos from the Final Cut Pro. So now I need to push it to YouTube, right? So for YouTube, you need to choose the preset. So what you can do is, you can just click here, preset button, and here you can see all type of presets you can choose. Well, you have a high quality 480p 30 surround, and you have a web format, devices format. Example, you want to transfer directly to your iPhone. So your iPhone supports 4K videos, so you can choose this. Android, you can even choose 1080p, and even PlayStation, Roku, Windows Mobile, Xbox, and a lot more. So they even have some production kind of presets, so like movie productions, you can use proxy. Okay, well, for our case, our main focus is YouTube. So for YouTube, so here we have here under the web section, we have a Vimeo YouTube high quality, which is 4K 60 frames per second. Okay, probably we're going to choose this. Okay, so now this is selected. Once I select, you can see my preset has been changed here. Okay, and then next is the file format. So for this preset, they only support two, which is mp4 and mkv. In our case, we're going to use mp4, which is H.264. okay. So let's check the dimensions. In sometimes you when you render a video, the dimension could be changed. So you wanna click on custom, you can just set, or you just use automatic. For our case, we already have this 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio, so I'm not going to change anything. And you can even add some filters, you can change the video settings, the audio settings, you can even add some subtitles if you require it into, and yeah, all these things. Okay, so now I already have all my settings here. Okay, so I can even select what's the name I want to choose to save it. Example, I just want to save it sample video.mp4. okay, so and you can select this a 2, you can select where you want to save the file. So I want to just select my desktop for this tutorial purpose, so I just click on choose. Okay, so and then you can see the location has been changed to desktop. So next I can simply click on this button, start. You can see a green color button here, so I just click on start. Okay, now it will start to encode the whole video. So you can see it's rendering it, it's converting the whole video. Okay, the ETA shows like 15 seconds. So because since it's a 2.2 MB file, so it will convert very quick. So I guess another 5 seconds you should be completed. And yeah, the conversion is done. You can see a message encode finish. So now you just have to close this, and you can see it's a .mp4 file format. So I can just double click, I can open it, and I can play it. So it's just earth rotation kind of video, it's a sample video. So yeah, so now the whole format is mp4 file format, you can see here. So guys, you saw it, right? How simple is it to convert a file format, MOV file format, into a .mp4 file format? So that's how I did it. So I don't have to pay any single cents for any kind of paid software, and I'm using Mac and it's free only. So the Handbrake is also, you can use it for Mac, Linux, Windows. You can use in any OS. It's open source, completely open source, and it's free to use. Well guys, that's my simple tutorial for today. I believe you guys like this video. If you like it, do give us a thumbs up and do share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to our TMQ channel, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my tech videos. So till then, I'll catch you in the next one.